What is going on, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media, baby. We are live here on a Monday, 2 p.m. EST, a day after the crazy divisional weekend of the NFL. The Buffalo Bills are eliminated, as well as the Green Bay Packers, as well as the Houston Texans, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I am going live and going back to the roots of Jets Media. Now, if you guys are familiar with me, familiar with my style of content, my style of energy, my style of overall approach to the New York Jets, I feel like I've built the reputation just based off of my content throughout the years as being a quote-unquote optimist. And I'm here to tell you why there are reasons to be optimistic. Now, here, I know what the first thing you guys are saying, Richie, I don't want to be sold a ball of goods all over again from this team, because last year was the biggest hype that any Jets fan has ever experienced in our entire lives heading into a season. We were not used to it. Okay? Us Jets fans were not used to the outside world being believers in our team. And that's my point here. So hear me out, everybody. We're going to get into the chat. We're going to hear from you guys. Hit that like button on your way in, please, for your boy. But I have a really interesting point that I want to break down with you guys, because last year was wild. Okay, we can recap it from the beginning of the offseason. The quarterback search. Derek Carr, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, who's it going to be? It was Aaron Rodgers all along. Okay, we land Aaron Rodgers, and not only are Jets fans excited, but the NFL world is excited about the Jets. To add on top of that, we're on Hard Knocks, okay? So the entire NFL world is now predicting the New York Jets to be a good team, to make the postseason, to win the AFC East, to make a Super Bowl run. We've had people last year picking the New York Jets to win it all. Us Jets fans are not used to that. We're used to being counted out. We're used to being the underdog, okay? And I feel like this offseason is going to benefit us. And we're going to get into some moves and some, aspects of the organization, the, assets we have to build on, some players to be excited about, all that. But I want to first talk about the narrative surrounding the New York Jets. Because I'm telling you this right now. Nobody is going to believe in the New York Jets this upcoming season. And I think that is in our favor. I think we were prisoners of the overall hype. Now, there's a big difference between hype amongst the Jets fans ourselves and the external hype around us. Because Jets fans are going to be excited and hyped up for a season no matter what, every year. And that's not my point. Okay? Jets fans are going to be excited. Jets fans are going to be optimistic. Jets fans are going to believe we can go and make a run here. Most Jets fans, I would say. Obviously, there's some pessimistic Jets fans out there that has seen this rinse and repeat seasons, and they have no reason to believe in anything. I get all that. I get that. But my point is, we're not going to have the outside expectations anymore. Because I've seen so many people already on my live show, on NFL Twitter, Instagram, say the Jets are done. Aaron Rodgers is washed. Their defense is overrated. Sauce Gardner doesn't deserve to be all-pro. Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson are overhyped playmakers. Robert Saleh is a terrible head coach. Joe Douglas does not know what he's doing as a GM. The Jets have no future. That is the narrative around these New York Jets. And I love that. I love that that's the narrative surrounding our team because I feel like that's when the Jets can prosper. That's when the Jets can turn the page and use that noise as chip on the shoulders. Because the one thing I know about Aaron Rodgers in particular, that he uses that as motivation to go be great. Now, the big thing about Aaron Rodgers is it's a gigantic unknown about him. It's not like he was healthy for a couple games and we got to see what he's like. He was healthy for 4 snaps. He was also healthy for the preseason. We saw him throw up a little touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson against the Giants. Preseason game, not going to overhype that, but that was a little tiny glimpse of what Aaron Rodgers could look like with this Jets team. So that's the first point I wanted to make, is the overall external hype is not going to be as loud. Okay? It's not going to be as loud. Bills fans and Dolphins, especially people within our division, I've noticed, I think no one is going to be expecting anything from the New York Jets. And as a Jets fan, I have to admit, that makes me feel a lot more comfortable. We were all out of our comfort zone last year because, again, Jets fans, we're excited. But when we had non-Jets fans hype up the Jets, we're like, wait a second. You're not supposed to believe in us. And then when everybody hopped on, it came crashing and burning so fast. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the obvious, right? The biggest reason to be optimistic is the obvious. Aaron Rodgers. Okay, we have a quarterback, folks. We have a quarterback. Now, what will he look like? I'm not too sure yet. Okay? We don't just have a quarterback. We have a 4-time MVP, a Super Bowl champion, and a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback that has a mindset of going out there and proving everybody wrong. We also have a quarterback that can overcome a bad offensive coordinator that we all believe we have in Nathaniel Hackett, okay? Aaron Rodgers, I can't stress this enough, is going to change everything about the offense for the New York Jets. And I will stand on my 10 toes right now, and I don't care if I'm proven wrong next year because I've been wrong before, I've been right before. Doing this as long as I have, it's hard to be right about everything. That if Aaron Rodgers was healthy this past season for all 17 games, even with all the injuries that we suffered on the offensive line, that the New York Jets would have won 10 games. Now, would we have made the playoffs? Not too sure because of tiebreakers. I think the Jets at 7-10 without Aaron Rodgers, I think we could have beat the Falcons. I think we could have beat the Raiders. I think we could have beat the Patriots early on in the year with Aaron Rodgers. Because of how great the defense was and because of how bare minimum our offense needed to be. And that's what people need to realize about these Jets upcoming. That Aaron Rodgers does not need to be an all-time great, all-time MVP for us to be good. And that's because of how elite our defense is, folks. Now, before we go into the defensive side of the ball, I want to focus in on the offense because that's obviously the issue here. It's obviously the issue. It's what prevented the Jets to have a good season last year. It's been preventing the Jets to be successful for, it feels like, our entire lives. Okay? You look across the NFL landscape in the playoffs. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, C.J. Stroud, for example, are the 4 quarterbacks that were in the divisional round last weekend. Those are all great QBs. Aaron Rodgers is on the same level as all of those guys. Now, we haven't seen him in the Jets uniform. We don't know what he looks like. He could be a little step behind of what we've seen from him in previous years as an MVP, but that's okay when you see what this team's got around him. And that's what we're talking about. Now, the presence of Aaron Rodgers changes everything on the offense for the New York Jets. Everything. The run game gets impacted because there's less people on defense loading up the box because of the threat of Aaron Rodgers testing you deep. And let's not forget about the 2 superstars that the New York Jets have on offense. Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. Those 2 guys are not only building blocks, but they can legitimately carry the offense single-handedly. Now, I don't want the Jets to be relying on Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson to carry the offense because we want this offseason to be about getting another receiver next to Garrett Wilson, building up an offensive line, and getting more depth, right? We don't want to rely on 2 people to carry the load of the offense. But they can very well do it. Breece Hall carried this offense at the end of the season. Garrett Wilson, back-to-back seasons, over 1,000 yards with terrible quarterback play. So we have two dynamic stars at playmaker next to Aaron Rodgers, and that's Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall. That's something that should give Jets fans legitimately optimistic perspective of this offense. Now, of course, the elephant in the room is, but what about the offensive line? Now, the one thing about this offensive line is there are some building blocks. There are a lot of holes. And I think that the New York Jets are going to be 100% all in this offseason of fixing that offensive line. Now, the one thing I do like to say right now that it's prevalent in today's news is that Aaron Rodgers is with the Jets offensive line this past weekend. They went to a Vegas hockey game. They went golfing over the weekend. So Aaron Rodgers is bonding with his offensive line. I like that. I like to see our quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, with our offensive line in the offseason. Obviously, we're going to be like, why is Rodgers hanging out with the offensive line? They all sucked. Okay. Yeah, they didn't do their job, but he is trying to build chemistry. He's trying to build optimism within the guys in the locker room on the offensive line. And there's no better relationship on a team than a quarterback and their offensive line. Because the offensive line obviously protects the quarterback. The offensive line is everything. The Jets have been trying to build an offensive line forever. And I think injuries has been a big reason why it's not been working, of course, as well as bad signings and draft picks as well. But we have a building block at center in Joe Tippmann, who is coming off a really ridiculously good rookie season that a lot of Jets fans need to start kind of like appreciating more. Because again, we're coming off a disappointing season. It's hard to look at the optimistic stuff here. But Joe Tippmann is about to be our franchise center for years and years and years to come. Okay? Elijah Vera Tucker, arguably the best player on the offensive line. He will be healthy this upcoming season. Will he stay healthy? That remains to be seen. The Jets are in a prime spot to get a good tackle at 10. And they have some flexibility to shift around this offensive line to bring in some free agents and some trades if they will do just that. So the offensive line isn't as far away as I think. And I really believe that Aaron Rodgers is a good enough quarterback to overcome this offensive line. Now, getting into the front office, getting into the coaching staff, getting into the things that really matter about this offseason, heading into this next season. Joe Douglas is a GM that's done a lot of good and a lot of bad, right? And he is at a stance in his career with the Jets where he knows for sure it all comes down to this year. It all comes down to this year. Now, I don't believe that Douglas is going to be a guy that's going to kick all of our long-term assets into this year and sacrifice the future just to go all in. I think he will have a smart game plan. I don't think the Johnsons will allow him to do that. But I also think that Joe Douglas knows that his job is on the line. If they don't win this season, he's done. Saleh, done. Okay? So that gives me reasons to believe that Joe Douglas will do everything in his power to not only supplement talent across this roster, but build depth. Prepare for injuries. Prepare for the worst. I strongly also believe that we are an attractable destination still. Because it would be different if Aaron Rodgers played this past season and he stunk and the Jets won 7 games with Aaron Rodgers playing. Maybe we're not as attractable. But Aaron Rodgers didn't play. And I still think that if you're a veteran out there, like an offensive lineman or a playmaker or even on a defensive player, you'd want to come to the New York Jets to go all in to change this organization around. Look at the Detroit Lions. You see that fan base. You see that franchise finally getting playoff success. It's been decades. NFL players want to be part of something like that. And the New York Jets are that next team up. I'm telling you that right now. So Joe Douglas is going to do everything in his possible power. Now, is he going to be perfect this offseason? I don't know. Obviously, he's had some misses. He's also had some hits. So that is a great thing to know that Douglas is coming off a lot of years of experience, and I got optimistic views about him figuring out a way to supplement this team and build up an offensive line. Now, going over to the defensive side of the ball real quick, the defense was literally ranked number 1 in Pro Football Focus. Number 1! The best defense. Not 2, not 3. Now, of course, there's other metrics and other grading systems that will not put them at number 1, but they're top 5. They are going to be even better next year, and here is why. Now, this is something we can say about the defense that we cannot say about the offense. The coaching staff on that defense for the New York Jets is excellent. Jeff Ulbrich will be the head coach of the national team for the Senior Bowl for a reason. Our safeties coach got interviewed for a defensive coordinator role for Jacksonville. Luckily, he's not taking it, so he's staying with us selfishly. White Cotton is a potential free agent, or his contract is up. Our defensive line coach, the Jets got to hammer out an extension with him. The New York Jets coaching staff on defense, the positional coaches, are so good to the point where there's no reason to believe that this defense is not going to improve. Every year under Robert Saleh, the defense has gotten better. His first year was terrible, and we were questioning Saleh right out of the gate. Year 2, immediate growth. And now we're coming off year 3, the best defense in football. And that's because of not only the talent that Joe Douglas has built, but also the health. This is another thing I have to bring up here. The health of this defense is extremely impressive to me. I don't know if it's coaching, if it's training staff, or it's just luck. But the health of this defense, it's sad that it's like we wasted 2 years of the healthy defense because who knows what could happen. But like we're coming off back-to-back seasons of a healthy defense. Now I'm hopeful that the trend will continue because the only significant injuries we had on defense was Al Woods and Quentin Jefferson. Everybody else was healthy all year. Sauce, DJ, Jermaine, Quinnen, Quincy, CJ, Tony Adams, Jordan Whitehead. Like all of our starters was healthy for back-to-back years. So there's reasons to believe that the defense is only going to get better, folks. And I also have to say about this defense, they are championship caliber. You know who has a championship caliber defense? Baltimore. The Baltimore Ravens are the favorites to come out of the AFC because of their defense, in my opinion. And of course, Lamar Jackson, their coaching staff, there's a lot of things about Baltimore that you got to love. But their defense is championship level. CJ Stroud lit up the Cleveland Browns. He goes to Baltimore, can't even put up a touchdown. The New York Jets have that defense. If the New York Jets figured out a way to get to the damn playoffs and host playoff games, our defense is good enough, and they've proved to be good enough to shut down guys like Patrick Mahomes, to shut down guys like Josh Allen. Let's not forget about the stuff that we saw this past year. And of course, the unfortunate reality is we did not have an offense and a quarterback to back that up. But our defense is championship caliber. Where we get this defense into the dance, we get this defense healthy into the playoffs, this team can go on a playoff run. 110%. Now, do I sound a little delusional and over the top right now? Maybe. But I strongly believe that you put this Jets defense against the Lamar Jackson, against the Patrick Mahomes, definitely against Josh Allen, and CJ Stroud in the playoffs. This defense will do enough to help us win that football game. The question is, what's the offense doing in those games? And with Aaron Rodgers, it's hard for me to believe that an offense led by Aaron Rodgers is going to put up 3 points or 10 points. We need Aaron Rodgers in this offense to do the bare minimum. 20 points, 24 points a game is all we need. It's all we need. So that's why I'm getting a little optimistic right here, because I feel like Jets fans have every reason to be pessimistic if Aaron Rodgers played and we stunk. But he didn't play. We have no idea what this Jets team looks like with Aaron Rodgers, folks. He can come out here and absolutely change everything. He will do that, actually. I stand on that. And I will believe in that. Because this Jets team is about to go get a big-time receiver. And if we can just stay healthy, folks. Unfortunately for the New York Jets, we got sold a bill of goods that we all drank the Kool-Aid. We got excited, all for it to get ripped out of our hearts. And I feel like for the pessimistic fans out there, I get it. There's no reason to build us all the way up. We want results before we can get excited. But let's not pretend here that the obvious reason why the Jets stunk it up this season is because of Aaron Rodgers getting injured. And yeah, that's not an excuse. You see backup quarterbacks with success around the league. But nobody had more resources in a starting quarterback than the New York Jets this past season. And whether that's a good thing or bad thing, that can be argued. But the Jets are definitely going to be going after a high-priced veteran backup quarterback for insurance behind Aaron Rodgers this season because they just saw what happened. Okay? And with Aaron Rodgers being healthy, it changes. I can't stress enough how much Aaron Rodgers is going to change everything. Bob Builder with a $2 super chat says, man, I want to see a good offense. Me too, Bob. Bob, me too. We all do, Bob. I get it. I hear you, Bob. I hear you. Thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way into the show. Here are reasons why Jets fans should be optimistic about the New York Jets. And I know some people don't want to hear it, but this is what I like to do. This is how I like to do. Thank you, Richie. We need to see results first. Absolutely. I get it. Jets fans want to see results before they get excited here. But let's not pretend, and this is the thing that drives me crazy. I don't want Jets fans to start making it believe that we're far away. We're not. That's the thing that I need to start instilling in our fan base and instilling into the minds of our Jets fans. We're not far away. Let's not pretend that this team has holes everywhere. There's 3 holes. 3. Offensive tackle, backup quarterback, and a number 2 wide receiver. 3 holes. No holes on defense. Obviously, you need more than just 1 tackle. You need to build out the offensive line. Not saying it's going to be an easy offseason to do all these things. There's a lot of big decisions that needs to be made. But let's not pretend that this team is not right there. Woo! You called the Bills choking, Richie. Yes, I did. And I called the Dolphins choking. I called the Bills choking. And all I do is get called being a hater. Just saying. But hey, we got a lot of other things I want to talk about. And I also want to hear from you guys in the chat. Please let me know some reasons why Jets fans should be excited for the season. If you don't feel like you're excited, let me know why. Let me know why, and I will totally get it. Cartman asks, Richie, how do I buy a sleep mask? Well, Cartman, I'm so glad that you asked this question because you guys all know Manta Sleep has been a proud sponsor of Jets Media for a long, long time. And they happen to be sponsoring today's show as well. So, Cartman, this is how you could buy a sleep mask. Down below in the description, 10% off. Let's hear a quick word from Manta Sleep. And then we're going to get deeper into why Jets fans really need to realize this Jets team ain't far away. I'm telling you guys that right now. As you all know, we've had a proud sponsor of Jets Media for quite some time now, and they happen to be Manta Sleep. Now, if you guys want to use my promo code JETS, you will get a 10% discount code. That link is down below in the description. Now, you might be wondering, what is Manta Sleep? If you guys have any struggles with sleeping, I cannot highly recommend more the Manta Sleep Pro Mask. Now, I've been using this since they became sponsors of the channel months ago, and I literally wear this exact sleep mask every single night before sleep. Again, guys, this is what you got to invest in if you're having any difficulty with sleep. It is the most advanced sleep mask on the market, and I promise you, you will not regret getting your sleep mask. It absolutely takes out the light, 100% blackout, zero eye pressure technology. So when you put it on, you can open your eyes. But really, my favorite part about it is it completely turns out the light. So even if you want to put it on for a midday nap, or even you don't even want to take a rest, you just want to put the sleep mask on, even meditate. It's a really mindful practice, and I cannot recommend them more to you guys. They have a lot of different masks on their website. This happens to be the Pro Mask, which I personally recommend. It's what I use. But don't forget, use that link down below in the description, 10% off discount code. They have a Bluetooth mask if you want to listen to music. They got a silk mask. They got ones for kids. They got a weighted mask. They got a cool mask. Definitely check out their website. Cannot recommend them more. Thank you, Manta Sleep, for being a proud sponsor of Jets Media. Don't forget, guys, link in the description to get that 10% discount code. Code is JETS. Thank you, Manta Sleep. Bob Builder with another super chat says, if the Jets seek a backup, who are you thinking? Ryan Tannehill, Jacoby Brissett are 2 guys that I would like. Gardner Minshew. There's a lot of guys. Those are the 3. There's definitely some other guys. Sam Darnold. I don't know if Jets fans want to hear that one, but let's see it. Let's see it. Let me know, guys, what backup quarterbacks are you interested in right now? What backup QBs are you guys into it? Folks, please do me a gigantic favor and hit that like button right now for your boy. We are live here on Monday, January 22nd, the day after the divisional weekend, the day after the Buffalo Bills lose, the day after I was proven right about the Buffalo Bills, and everybody called me a hater in Bills world, but hey, I don't know what to call it. We shall see. I'll do it, man. My man Hawk, if it wasn't developed by NASA scientists, then I'm going to pass. Wait, 10% off whom I'll reconsider. Hawk, deadass, I literally wear this mask every night. Not bullshitting. Like 100% wear it every single night. So if you are interested, definitely consider it, man. The technology that it brings is just complete, not literal wires. It's technology, science to make your eyes be completely in darkness and be comfortable. That's the difference. Loki hopping the media keeps poking the bear. Who's that? I know Richie been winning a lot of money on BetUS for these playoffs. Henny, you are right, my friend. I won $500 yesterday. I will share what bet I took. I took a parlay on BetUS. It was Pacheco touchdown, Josh Allen touchdown, the over, and Chiefs money line. $50 to win $521. Also took the Chiefs money line on BetUS. Put a little bit more money on that. I'm not going to share that because I don't want to let you guys know what's going on. But let's just say your boy had a lot of confidence in the Kansas City Chiefs. And I also want to say, I have been saying it from the beginning of the NFL playoffs. Everybody all of a sudden hates the Chiefs. Everybody hates Patrick Mahomes. I'm the opposite. I don't know about you guys, Jets fans, hear me out here. I happen to be a Mahomes fan. Now, I'm not a fan of anybody outside of my Jets, but hear me out. I want Patrick Mahomes to test Tom Brady as the GOAT. Screw Tom Brady, okay? If there's one guy that has a chance to go up to Tom Brady's accolades and surpass it, it's Mahomes. And I'm someone that would love to see that. And I get it. A lot of people despise. See, I despise Mahomes. I get it. A lot of people hate Patrick Mahomes. I respect Patrick Mahomes. I actually think I've been a fan of his game since he came into the league, honestly. And now he's becoming like, I feel like 85% of the NFL world hate him. I'm definitely not in that 85%. I'm rooting for him. I like Pat Mahomes. I love Andy Reid. I feel like that it's just like a cool story. And like, it'll be cool, man. That's all I'm going to say. When everybody was doubting him, like, oh, the Chiefs aren't the same. Oh, they're not good this year. I'm like, yo, watch Mahomes get back to the AFC title game to prove everybody wrong. Just watch. And he does it again. And when Bills fans are like, Richie, why are you picking the Chiefs? They're not the same. Their receivers drop passes. They're just not the good. Mahomes doesn't look the same. I'm like, bro, what was the Chiefs' record this year? Oh, 11-6. What was the Bills' record this year? Oh, 11-6. Let's not pretend that the Chiefs don't have literally the same amount of wins as the Bills and that Patrick Mahomes is still winning. Oh, but his numbers, I don't care. Still won the division, still in the postseason, and now 6 straight AFC title games. So, just saying, just had to get that off my chest about the Chiefs. Mahomes is great. Josh Allen is not. Josh Allen's good, though. He's good. He ain't great. He's not on Patrick Mahomes' level. And I had a lot of people testing me about that. Bro, Josh Allen is better than Mahomes. Yeah, right. I heard someone tell me that Joe Burrow is better than Mahomes. Yeah, right. Neither of them are on Mahomes' level. Okay? Yeah, but wins aren't a quarterback stat. I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that. You talk about the surrounding culture about Mahomes, you get it, but he has no receivers. He's helped Rice has established himself, yes, but bruh, we shall see. I actually feel like Baltimore is going to win that game, though. Not going to lie. I think Baltimore is going to beat the Chiefs. I happen to be a big Lamar Jackson guy as well, but that's going to be a good game. We got all week to talk about that game. But just got to say, I just got to get that off my chest. I'll definitely tune into the AFC's roundtable tonight, and definitely, you know what you guys got to tune into? This right here. If you want to hear my first talks to Dan Mitchell, that's actually happening in a half hour. Now, if you guys have been tuning in I have been on a new show. You guys know that BetUS has been a proud sponsor of the channel. Well, BetUS has been not only the proud sportsbook sponsor, but now they have a YouTube channel called BetUS TV, and I've been a part of it. So I'm going to be on BetUS TV on Gen Z Sports in a half hour. Now, guys, I just put the link in the chat. I am going to let Dan Mitchell have it. I'm not letting back. Dan Mitchell, if you're watching, just know that I love you and I respect you. But I am going to give Dan Mitchell hell on this show. Also tonight on the roundtable. So, guys, right now, if you can, I linked the stream right here in the chat. If you guys can click that link and then come here and say Richie sent me, and then put it in the chat and then hit the like button and watch this, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Also, subscribe to BetUS TV. Hit the notification bell so you know they're going to be live. I will be featured on this YouTube channel a lot. So if you guys can support me on this YouTube channel, that would mean so much, folks. So much. We got a lot of exciting things coming for this offseason outside of just Jets Media. Roundtable Sports is expanding. BetUS TV is launching new shows that I will be a part of. So if you guys want to support me and support the New York Jets faithful, go right here in this chat, say Richie sent me, smash that like button, and tune into Gen Z Sports because I will be giving Dan Mitchell hell because I told him. Now, I get he's grieving, and I don't want to, push it on him, but, bruh, I told him what was going to happen, and he just couldn't believe it. He couldn't rationalize. He couldn't wrap his head around it. So you definitely want to check this out because it's going to be must-see TV. So, guys, go over to that link pinned in the chat right now. We got T. Verrera, Richie sent me, Jet Set for Life. We got, I don't know how to say this, C. Zesto Amas _ball hashtag Richie sent me go Jets. There we go. Everybody let them know that Richie's subscribers, Richie's followers are tuning into the show because I'm about to let Dan Mitchell have it. It's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait for that. That kicks off in less than a half hour, folks. Woo-wee! I can't wait. Don't forget to hit the like button on this show as well, guys. We got a lot of fun things cooking up this offseason. I just want to say, man, for the people that's watching right now, thank you so much for the support on Jets Media. I feel like we've grown like a very tight community, and I just want to genuinely say how thankful I am of you guys because I never knew that what I started here was going to build into what it is today. It wasn't my purpose. Like, my genuine reason of starting my YouTube channel back in 2019 was to simply connect with Jets fans across the world, share my excitement for this team, share my passion, share my thoughts, and connect with Jets fans. I had no idea that it will turn into what it is right now. I had no idea it will turn into my life, turn into my business, and turn into my job. And it's all because of you guys. Like, I don't think you guys realize how much it means to me that you guys watch my stuff, you subscribe, you hit the like button, you support the brands. I can't stress enough, guys. I know sometimes some people are like upset with like brands and advertisements in their face, but I can't stress enough. Without the brands, guys, what I do is impossible. So it would mean a lot if you can be very nice enough, and if you support me, support the brands on the channel as well. This isn't an ad read, by the way. This is just coming from my heart. This is me being completely real with you guys, like straight up. We got, 92 people watching? Only 90 people watching right now, so this is a sacred place to kind of tell you guys a little intimate stuff. Like, there's a reason why I do what I do. It's for you guys. I'm trying to build something special, and the coolest part about what I'm building is that you are all a part of it. You're all a part of what we're building. And I don't know if you guys are aware of what I'm building, but what I'm building, it goes beyond Jets Media. I don't know if you guys are aware of the work that I've been putting behind the scenes, but just know that you will see it and that you all are a part of it. And I want to tell you about it. I'll just tell you this. It's Roundtable Sports. Roundtable Sports, my goal with that is ambitious. It is big. And if it gets to where I want it to go in a few years, you guys are going to be a big part of it. And I need the New York Jets fans to be a part of it too, because I want the Jets fan base to be a part of Roundtable Sports, an integral part. And that's up to you guys. And I feel like you guys have been a big part of it. Let's freaking go. Jets faithful, I love you guys. Okay? I love you guys. Woo! We got a lot of fun things happening this offseason, guys. Wow. Cool thing about what's happening this week on the Roundtable, if you guys are aware, we do a Jets Roundtable every Thursday at 1 p.m. on the AFC's Roundtable channel. Ryan and Matt O'Leary is going to be in studio with me. So we're going to have an in-person show. That's going to be cool. That's going to be really cool. So, guys, I'm going to probably sign off this show right now. I will be live at 3 p.m. I appreciate you guys listening to me and tuning in. I will be live with Dan Mitchell at 3 p.m. I will be giving him hell for his Bills because that's who I am. If Jets fans would really, really appreciate if you guys can go right now and say Richie sent me and subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell, BetUS TV. I will be part of this channel for a long, long time. I was on it last week. See? You see your boys on it a lot. So I really, really appreciate it, guys, if you could support me over here on BetUS TV, guys. So go check it out, and I will be live on the AFC East Roundtable tonight. Addison says, Richie and Dan are the real ones in the AFC's Roundtable. You two definitely interact with the chat more and give off better vibes. TD Masterwork can learn a lot from you two. All four of us are great. Glenn! But I appreciate the kind words, Addison. Appreciate you, Glenn, tuning in as always. All right, guys. I'll see you on BetUS TV in 20-something minutes. Sayonara. Peace and love. And love you guys. Let's go Jets.